box or not to box? That is the question. Today we're going to be unboxing a Contrabassoon case. Is there a Contrabassoon in there? No, but it's really just to see what it did when it was shipping and to see if you like the box and all the contents. So this is the box that we received. I haven't even opened it yet, so you're gonna get to see it and I'll do the big reveal. So here's ye old box cutter. Here we go. So far the box looks pretty good. There wasn't any real damage to the exterior. Okay, and now we're going to look inside the box and see how the case fared. Okay, so I'm liking this so far. You got a nice big piece of foam here. Ooh, okay. Wow, that's great. It's good foam. I like that it covers the whole piece. That's actually really nice. Okay, let's see what comes out next. I know that you've already taken stock in how the case was before you sent it and that there were some scratches already, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to see how it made it here. So far it looks really good, and I can see that there are 4 more pieces of foam that go around the perimeter, and I assume that there's another piece of foam at the very bottom as well. So let's take that out and see. I think part of it is kind of figuring out if it's easy to get out, so I'll perhaps comment on that. And I've got this on a table, but I could have easily just had this on the floor. I would say that was okay to get out. I don't think it was terribly difficult to get out. And then I don't see any major welts or any other major damage to it. It looks like it did pretty well. Maybe it got better even from when you sent it to when it got here. So no, I think it was good. It seems like it would be pretty easy to get back in as well, but just looking at the inside of the case, or of the box, got that big long black strip at the bottom. You know, one thing I noticed is that it's all symmetrical, so what is on the top is true on the bottom. And then the perimeter, it's like very easy to understand what's supposed to happen. And from the standpoint of, I'm a person and I need to ship the Contra, then I would know very obviously what to do to get it in there. And so I know you don't need me to look at a Contrabassoon, and because there's not one in here, but here I am, I'm opening the case. Look, there's still no Contrabassoon in there. It did not materialize amazingly. So then putting it back in the box is pretty straightforward, I think. So I'm going to put it back in. It doesn't seem to need to be in any particular orientation depending on the handles or the wheels. And so I think that's actually nice that it's all very universal. Put this piece back over here. I felt like it was a little easier for me to get it out if I took one of these end pieces off, the one that's about 14 inches long. So that's what I did, is I actually just went ahead and I took one of those pieces out. And then I put it back after I put the Contra case back in, and it was not very difficult, maybe a little tricky, but I'm just being like super picky. I wouldn't have any problem with doing that at all. And then I'll put this top layer back on. And I don't think there's necessarily a top or a bottom, but there's sort of like more of a rougher side and a smoother side. And I can't imagine it really makes a difference, so I'm just going to put it where the rougher side is facing inside of the Contra case. The box and contents that we have been using are here, and I wanted to show you what we've been doing. So we have designed this box. It's bigger than the one that you've sent. It's bigger and taller, and the insides are, there are 4 big black foam pieces, and they go like this around the center of the case. So this would be where the handle is, the main big handle. And then this would just go around, kind of like the teal foam pieces that you guys have, except you have only one in the inside of the bassoon box pieces. So then these 2 pieces go on the end, and so that would be just on the ends of the case. And here you can see that each of these pieces has a place for the wheels cut out. And so there are only 2 different kinds of foam pieces that that we ended up ordering, and so you use a set of 2 and then a set of 2. So 2 of the end pieces and 2 of the inners per contra, and then this of course goes on the end and the side of the case. And you pretty much put all of the foam pieces on the contra, and then you lower it into the box. And so show you what that looks like inside the box. And I think it does fine. It's basically the same kind of design as the bassoon boxes. And here's this, the one that you've sent. I like both of these styles. I don't anticipate that one would be more protective or easier to use. In fact, I guess if anything, I think the one that you guys have been designing, I think it's really very user-friendly. I wouldn't have even needed any instructions to figure it out. So I think it's very user-friendly. I think it was easy enough to get the case out and to get it back in, and then certainly to tape up the box. It's very easy. I like the fact that the box itself is not much bigger than the case of the Contrabassoon, and I really like the idea of that because, well, let's face it, they're kind of expensive to ship, and part of that is because it's heavy, and part of it is because of the size. So the dimensions of this would be smaller than the dimensions of, let's say, the one that we've been using. Just to give you an example, so our dimensions are 61, 23, 13, and I haven't measured this, but I'm sure that it is smaller than that. So all in all, you get 2 thumbs up from me on the Contrabassoon shipping box unboxing